So this episode of The Kardashians delivered jump scare 1.
Oh, it looks great.
You think that looks great?
Jump scare 2.
Are you giving her a hickey now?
And jump scare 3.
Kourtney was right.
But what did the Kardashians actually miss on The Kardashians? Well, fortunately, the Hulu cameras did answer the question that's been on my mind for months. What the hell happened to Kimberly's fingers?
My big sliding door to my bathroom, I was shutting it and there's no latch. And usually I stop it with my hand, but I pulled it really hard and then it went boom and I was like,
And while you were busy still recovering from the images, I was more focused on this.
the tip broke off. And then he's like, and it's a possibility your nail will never grow back. And I was like, oh, come on. I'm gonna invent a nail implant.
Now, while obviously Kim didn't tap into her billion-dollar fortune to invent nail implants, she did stick some fake nails on those stubs a number of times while they were still healing. Like, it was clear at the Balenciaga show in Paris, her fingers were in a bad way. So to see her at the Vanity Fair Oscars party less than a week later with fake French tips, only to bandage her hand back up for the Lakers game a few days later, I don't know, the whole thing makes my stomach turn.
You know what came to mind?
Y'all, those fingies were still healing as recently as late June. And if I know Kanye like I know Kanye, he's somewhere shaking his head like, maybe if you used the right band-aids for once, would have healed a lot faster.
We had a fight because I wouldn't get him a Band-Aid. I said, did you look in the proper place? There's a Band-Aid here. He didn't like that one.
Anyway, on to Kourt's family trip to Australia for jump scare 2.
Mom, stop making out with Travis, bro. Like, didn't you just have a baby? Don't get another one this quick.
Is Kourtney right that it's healthy for children to see new parents being affectionate?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. Does that include giving your wife tender kisses on the neck in front of their 9-year-old?
Are you giving her a hickey now?
No.
It's a gentle kiss on my neck.
I don't know. I'm not a child psychologist. But I do recall that both Rain and P have been begging for it to stop since season 1.
Mom, no kissing.
Just one.
No. Sorry. Ew, guys.
Not to mention the TikTok that went viral while the fam was on this very vacay. You know, the one where P's standing there awkwardly while Travis smooched backstage at Blink's Sydney show. Again, no judgment, but catch me scanning old PDA pics like, is that P? Could that be Rain? Also, PSA, this moment.
Hold a koala or no? No, we're going to the zoo tomorrow. But I heard they have gonorrhea.
Wait, what?
They'll have like
Gonorrhea.
chlamydia, I think.
Is no bullshit. Yes, koalas really do have chlamydia. Yes, they get it the normal way. Yes, it is threatening the species. And yes, if a koala with chlamydia pees on you, you can absolutely catch it. But fortunately, science is doing its thing, and the Barker-Disick clan returned to the States chlamydia-free. Anyway, while Kourt was getting neck kisses and avoiding STDs, her ears must have been ringing, because did we ever think we'd see the day?
So I met with a therapist. Kourtney was right. Because she was like, why do you work so much? Then I looked at her like, are you Kourtney?
And while it's like, duh, Kim's been through trauma, and a therapist can help identify her maladaptive coping mechanisms.
You okay? No. Not okay.
I agree with both Kim and Malika. It's time for Miss Coco.
She said, we all need therapy, especially you.
Do you think I need therapy? 100%.
You do?
You've gone through several traumatic events.
Okay, stop right there. Several traumatic events. You mean the death of her father, estrangement with her surrogate father, her first public boyfriend allegedly cheating on her?
Hey, Rashad. Had a good time last night. Can't wait to hook up again so we can have an even better time.
Her estranged husband being found unconscious in a Nevada brothel, and then sitting by his bedside while he fights for his life.
I never left his side. I never left the hospital room.
Calling off the divorce, only to be forced to file again because he was caught drinking at a bar, then finding a new love and starting a family, only to discover he cheated 9 months into... Nope. Everyone knows the whole Tristan saga. Ding! Listen. The point is, yes, the trauma has been prevalent, and Malika is always right.
You need someone to tell you how to see your way out of hibernating and behind the gates. Like, this can't go on forever.
But I am pleased to announce we see Khloe leave the gates not once, but twice this episode.
I've done a couple prison visits with Kim already, so I'm super happy that the cameras are finally allowed into prison, just for people to have an inside look.
And while Khloe's experience visiting the prisons was obviously profound, she was still forced to dodge a stray.
I never knew anyone that had been to prison except for Khloe for 7 minutes for a DUI.
If you're like, wait, Khloé got a DUI? Yes, obviously, it was 17 years ago and led to this iconic moment.
Kim, would you stop taking pictures of yourself? Your sister's going to jail.
And the scene where Keeping Up recreated the arrest like we were watching some true crime show on Oxygen.
Congratulations, Khloé. You're the first one in the family to get a DWI. Well, way to go, Khloé.
And then Kris and Kim framed Khloé's infamous mugshot that Khloé got all glammed up for with the help of Malika.
You're doing okay?
Today I'm going to jail.
As for where the remaining 2 cast members were instead of filming their show, Kendall was with her sister and those non-Jesus band-aids at the Super Bowl, starting up with Devin again. Who feels kind of bad for Devin right now? I do not feel bad for Devin. He's so hot. Like, Devin is fine. And then she hit the college circuit slinging 818, which had some people bitching about underage drinking, but it's like, they card at the door. As for Kylie, she was posting pics cosplaying as Kris, to which Kris was like, bitch, you're not even the fart. And while everyone was living for the resemblance and the little clapback from Kris, or Kris's 22-year-old intern, I saw these headlines and I was like, fucking Christ, this may be enough for me to retire. And then the internet spent the rest of the month speculating she and Timmy had split, but Kylie was too busy flying her friends to Palm Springs to drink by the pool, and then flying her friends to Cabo to drink by everything. Except Hales, because by late Feb, she was deaf with child. So yeah, that's what the Kardashians missed on the Kardashians. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Yeah, like there are buttons, press them.